that we met, but and I know you guys won't be able to necessarily. She's going to be with us audioed on this particular show on Instagram TV. But if you hit me up on Facebook at Love My Kidneys, you will be able to see her beautiful face.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I'm praying that you're going to be able to hear us. I think we lost her feed.
Yeah, I think we did too.
Okay, prayerfully she'll pop back in. But today's show is really about the Sister Shawntell, and what she has experienced with her healing, and how we can help our own selves, which is so important. I preach that, teach that, share that a lot on this show. Um, Everybody, peace and blessings over here. Thank you all for again for coming in to Love My Kidneys. And it is such an honor for me to be here and share with you information that I have been blessed to receive. And we have met some wonderful, awesome people over our years, our journey in this thing called life, and on our healing. So, because we've met some wonderful people, we don't want to leave them in the dark. We definitely want to bring them forward and let them share some of their stories with you as well. So, not quite sure about the technical difficulties we're experiencing right now. This is our first time going live with a guest. And we had her, we were talking with her just fine. And then something happened. And sometimes things happen. If any of you all are familiar with
there she go.
these live shows,
okay, happens. There she go.
All right, praise be to Allah. All right, there's
all right. You know, online is not without its technical difficulties. If you go deal in tech, you're gonna have some technical difficulties, and we definitely experienced that.
Absolutely.
So welcome, my beloved sister, to Love My Kidneys, and of course, you know your host.
Yes. I was telling them, Sister Shawntell, I don't know if you heard me, but again, thank you so much for coming live with us on Love My Kidneys. I think the information that you hold within you is so important. Oh, we're switching. Okay. Oh, I need to lower my voice. I'm a little loud.
Yeah, you good.
Anyway, beloved, thank you so much. And the information that you have been blessed to experience and that you now share with the world is so important. And I wanted to make sure that you were a voice on Love My Kidneys. So again, thank you. And I also, I don't even know how long we've been knowing each other.
It's been well, I think since I moved to Chicago. I moved to Chicago in 2001.
Okay. Well, yes. And that's almost 20 years.
Yes.
All right. Praise be to God. It's good, when you know somebody or have become friends and sisters with someone for that length of time. A lot of trust has been built up. Even though we didn't have a day-to-day interaction with one another, we knew each other's character,
right.
over that period of time. So I'm grateful that we have that and that you're with us today.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. You want to give us a little introduction of yourself, please?
Okay, again, I'm Sister Shawntell Muhammad. I'm a mother of 5, grandmother, and
wow.
And, yes, and also I'm into natural health and educating others on health, on how to basically take control of our own health. I always start with myself, and then what I learn from there, I like to share.
Yes, ma'am. Awesome.
Well, I got the questions for you, so
yes, sir.
Oh, that's beautiful. How many
Yes,
grandbabies?
and I've been homeschooling for the past 18 years.
Ah,
Oh, wow.
okay.
Yeah. So I'm a homeschooling advocate. I also write. I don't know if you all seen my articles, primarily in the Final Call newspaper.
Okay.
And I also conduct,
It's good.
well, actually before the pandemic, conducted holistic grocery shopping tours.
Oh,
Um,
you can do
yeah,
that
so
virtually.
yes, I'm going to start doing that virtually.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Yes, ma'am. So, how many grandbabies?
Two.
Two grandbabies. All
Wow.
right. Are you going to homeschool them?
Well, they live in Detroit.
Oh, darn.
Darn. I still have school age children. So,
Oh, okay. Yes, ma'am.
yes,
All
yes.
right. Well, Dawood, if you can give us our first question.
Okay. So the first question in the room is, as you yourself have dealt with particular health challenges, how important to you is it personally that we engage in our own healing process and just not allow others to tell us what to do? How important is that we actually engage in our own healing process along with our doctors and whatnot? You know, how important is that?
Mm.
Oh, it's extremely important. I was dealing in the beginning of my healing journey and just self education on health. I, been dealing with sickle cell trait. And what a lot of people don't understand, that with the trait, you can still have episodes. So the last episode I had over 27, 28 years ago, put me in the emergency room, and a lot of things happened. And they suggested um, a lot of invasive life, a lifetime of treatment. And I'm like, no, I don't want to go that way. So from that day forward, I did. I basically went cold turkey on a lot of things.
Mm.
Like no meat. From that day forward, gave up meat, candy, and those two were the foremost and important things that basically helped me heal naturally from the
Wow.
symptoms of sickle cell trait.
Mm.
And also along with, it's a lifestyle actually, because it's not just getting rid of certain things out of your diet. You have to look into the things that we clean our homes with,
Right.
our personal hygiene products, things we watch on television.
Mm.
It's whole health is holistic.
Yes.
And especially as a parent, a lot of parents rely on pediatricians for everything as pertaining to their own children. And a lot of
Hmm.
it is unnecessary. Like I use it just on an as needed basis. For the most part, I am my children's pediatrician.
There you go.
Hmm.
There you go. That I mean, I think that's important to be an advocate for your own children because the Creator gave them to you, and these
Exactly.
other people are practicing, and they don't mind practicing on children either.
Exactly. And with this issue of vaccination, and a lot of us are not into vaccines unless, certain special circumstances call for them.
Right.
Um, that can be a whole ordeal within itself. Next thing you know, you have social workers at your door.
Yes.
So instead of going through all of that, we can take the time to teach ourselves about health, because the resources are out there online, in books. um, you can teach yourself
Hmm.
about health up to a certain point. Now, if it's beyond your scope, then yes, go seek professional help.
Right.
Other than that, we should be doing all that we can on our own.
Right. I agree with that because you know, well, sometimes we feel like something's not right in the body, and we're not sure. Now, some people choose to ignore it, right? Which ends up being a problem down the line. Or you can go and get your testing and get analyzed and blood work and to see what's going on within you. But once you get that information, then you have to become proactive because it's a lot of stuff out here, and your doctor may think one particular way, but there's another doctor that thinks this particular way. Well, you and we have to figure out what is best for us,
True.
you know.
True.
And
I mean, something simple as, I'm just going to use this as an example. Something simple as eczema.
okay.
Your doctor may prescribe some steroid
Mm,
topical cream,
right.
and those steroids, their skin is the largest organ on our body. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever we're putting on our skin is entering our bloodstream.
Right.
So instead of using that steroid to deal with the eczema, all it takes is a change in diet. And I know because my children had eczema, but I was able to eradicate it within a 3-month time span through
Mm,
diet change and lifestyle change.
makes a big difference. It really does. And I've seen it in people that they change their diet and they use shea butter. You know, shea butter is a natural lotion, for lack of a better word. Um,
Yes,
you know, that can help the body, moisturizing the body, vitamin E. You know, so
yes,
there are so many natural things that we can put on our body, but we go to the I don't even know the name of them, but these lotions that they have in the stores that are supposed to help with eczema.
yes.
What's the one that began with
Eucerin.
Eucerin?
Eucerin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. You surrender. Yeah,
Okay, okay. So, but those they still have chemicals in it, and your body is
they
still
do.
absorbing the chemicals.
Yes, yes,
Yes, ma'am. So, you know, I agree with you 100% on that. Definitely have to be advocates for our children and our family members who are not always aware, you know, to help them the best we can.
exactly.
Yes, ma'am. All right, Brother Dawood, you want to give us the
All right.
next
Okay.
question, or did you want to elaborate any more on that, sis?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Okay. All right. So, question number 2 is, what mindset should we have going into a battle with health challenges, and what are some of the steps that you took personally to kind of take control of your own health? What is that mindset? How should we engage in that battle mentally first?
Well, mentally, we have to have faith in ourselves. Have faith that Allah God gave us everything that we need to overcome our challenges,
Mm-hmm.
and and we have to have a made up mind that you're going to be determined and focused on getting to the root of whatever challenge you're dealing with.
Okay.
And you just have to you can't take any excuses from yourself or others. Like I said, there's just
It's breaking up a little
too
bit.
many resources
Sister Chantel, your phone is breaking up.
available.
Talk a little louder too, man.
Okay. Are you still with us, beloved? Okay. Her screen is freezing. We give her a moment to kind of get back in.
Yeah. Oh, there she go.
Okay.
Okay. There she go.
We just switched to a new internet provider. No, I
Okay.
don't know if that was a good switch.
Trial and error. Trial and error.
but
Yes,
but
ma'am.
you
But if
have
you
to
can
be
kind of repeat.
determined, and like I said, it's a lot of free resources.
Mm,
Lots of free resources. You just have to make up your mind that and know that you don't have to have letters behind your name to consider yourself a healer.
oh yes. Yes. Oh my goodness. That is so important. Because as they say, you know, even when they talk about the Christ, he didn't have any letters. You know, supposedly he was unlearned, right? But God
Right.
don't need to choose those type of people, because a lot of times they're they're inundated with the information of the system, and they're taught and told what they should believe and what they should think. But when you're an independent thinker, and you know you have the best interests of yourself and your children in mind, and the people that you serve them because you love them, you want them to heal. You know, we
Right.
don't need nobody to tell us that we are healers. When you know, and there's a lot of fake, phony people out there too. But
Yeah.
I believe, you know, I believe you can feel the sincerity of somebody's heart in a conversation.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
and then looking at their actions. What do they do? What information are they sharing with the world, or you know,
Right.
other people that you know they deal with? You know, and you can gain the character of a person, you know,
True.
and that's so important. So yeah, I'm not sitting around waiting on nobody to tell me that I'm able to help someone in their process of healing. I'm not waiting. God already gave me my instructions.
Mhm.
Right. Right. Exactly. And we have to understand that like, okay, I'm not totally against doctors or
Right.
herbalists or anything like that. We just have to use discernment. Again, it all depends on what's going on at that moment. You've done
Hmm.
all that you can. Okay, now it's time to seek out someone that can take it further along.
Right.
Even with herbalists, just because they're an herbalist, that doesn't mean they have your best interest at heart.
Right.
They have
Mhm.
products to sell.
Right.
That's right.
So
Right.
we have to just look at everything from all angles and use our best discernment.
Right.
Yeah, that's very important what you just shared too, because sometimes people so concerned about profit as opposed to being concerned about the health of the individual. Just give an example. The other week, my wife has a fistula, and so the other week they call her. She's not having any problems with it or anything like that. And the doctor's office that put her fistula in calls and tells her, yeah, well, she thought they was just going to be doing just a general check. And then she says, well, no, don't eat no food and everything like that. We're going to put the camera in and all that, and make sure you don't have no blockages and all of that kind of stuff. And so my wife was like, why? Because I'm not having any problems. I'm not having any problems with my fistula. There's nothing going on. Why are you doing that? And so she ended up having to call her primary care doctor, and he was like, no, don't go and do that, because it could make things worse. They can mess things up, because it's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
But they so bent on making money. They're so
Yeah.
bent on making money that they would even try to get her to do a procedure that's absolutely not
Unnecessary.
even necessary.
Right.
I forget the guy's name. Uh, Kevin Trudeau. He, in his book, he was
Yeah.
saying that, and of course, a lot of scientific studies too. He was saying that 20% of the procedures that doctors recommend are not needed.
Right.
They are not needed at all. Said
It, it
20%.
may it may be higher now because he wrote that before they put him in jail. So
Oh,
Oh,
it
wow.
may be higher.
yeah.
you know, that's the thing. We just have to realize they went to school longer than you, yes, but they don't know your body better than you.
That's right.
You know what I mean? They know a general overall
Hmm.
view of the body, but they don't know how you personally
Right.
are feeling. You're dealing with this. You're personally going through it, and you know best. Okay, I
Right.
feel best when I do this, or I feel best when I do that.
Right.
And then no, no, no.
Right.
Do more of this. Do more of that. you know, and a lot of times it's about money. It's about money. I did some studies on
Yes.
medicine, like in China and whatnot,
Okay.
and the system is totally different
Mm-hmm.
than here. Doctors in China don't get paid if you keep coming back to them sick. So if you
Wow.
continue going to them suffering from ailments, they don't get paid. See, they need to implement that here. See,
They're
then you
not.
have a whole different ball game, right? You have a whole different ball game because now, if I'm not helping you get better, I mean, I share with my wife sometimes. I said, man, these people can't even use the word cure. They
Yeah.
can't use the word cure. They
Mm-mm.
can't use the word God, and
Mm.
yet these even be quote unquote Christian hospitals, right? And they saying you can't use those words and
Wow.
so on like that. And like we said in our earlier show, God is the author of all healing. He's
Yeah.
the author of all healing. So if you remove him out of the medical field,
Right.
then what will you accomplish other than you gonna keep practicing because you're not submitting to the master that know?
Right.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. All right. You want to go to the next question?
Next question. Okay. All right. Okay. So the next question, it says, what are some of the results that you've seen over the years in regards to improvement in your own personal health by doing the things that you are doing? What are some of the personal results that you know uh, had to go through? You know what I mean, and being able to make yourself feel better. What were some of the personal things that you've done?
Well, when I used to consume meat, and when I say meat, I mean I'm also including fish. So when I used to consume meat, an overabundance of sugar, fast food, microwaves, when I involved myself in those things, I was in the emergency room at least twice a month, every month, due to
Mm.
sickle cell. And once I stopped using a microwave, no more meat, I became a vegetarian. I eat sugar once a week. Um,
Okay.
and so now it's been over 24 years since I've had any type of sickle cell episode.
Oh wow,
And
that's awesome. You said
yeah,
24
and
years?
then my last over 24 years since sickle cell episode.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that is awesome.
That's beautiful.
That is awesome. Wow.
You know, that says a lot because I had a friend when we were growing up, and she actually had sickle cell anemia, and
Hmm.
they told her that she wouldn't live past 21 and she would never have any children. Well, she defied all of those odds. I'm not still in touch with her because, of course, that was a long time ago. But we can overcome these odds no matter what they tell you, because they don't know. At the end of the day, God is the ultimate healer, you
Yes.
know, and that's, who gives us even the mind to do these things. And when you talk about no longer eating meat, everybody that's been to my show at least once know that I am definitely not a fan of meat. And that's because of the chemicals and the fact that our body is just not designed to process it. But it removes so much toxins out of the body just not eating meat. You
Yes.
know, that's a big part of it. And okay, I won't go there, but It's just not good, people. Stop it. you know.
And also, speaking on getting off of meat, becoming vegetarian. In the beginning, we all make this mistake of eating too much starch. We just go pasta crazy. Can't
Yes.
do that either. I can't do that either.
I think we talked about that 2 weeks ago. That was what I did, because everybody thinks that's what vegetarians eat. They eat pasta and salad.
And now this fake meat. Yeah. Now the fake meat. So
Yeah. Now, but and then you go ahead.
no, I said, and now the fake meat.
Yes. Yes, that is true, and I still use that as a substitute sometimes because
Yeah.
okay, so I stopped eating meat, and then at one point I went back to eating. No, I never did go back to eating chicken. Oh, I had stopped eating fish, and I just got bored with the meals, so I had incorporated fish back into it, but I didn't want to eat fish all the time, so the vital wheat gluten became part of my diet, as a vegetarian, but realizing that you still have to have a balance with all of that. As
Yes.
you're going through your transition. We all know it's not easy. Nobody's telling you it's just, stop. But
No.
it can be a gradual process. And I think last week
Yes.
I shared if you're eating 3 meals, cut the meat down to 2 meals, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and then when you cut your meals to eating only twice a day, cut it down to eating the meat only once a day.
Right.
So, we can do this in as a process, but
Right.
um,
Right.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, like I always say, extreme, things calls for extreme measures. Like in my case, I had this really bad sickle cell episode the last time. So I went cold turkey. I don't
Mhm.
advise anyone to go cold turkey, in normal circumstances. So it
Oh,
depends on your health situation,
mhm.
but for the most part, like you said, gradual. In
Right,
Hadith to Live, the messenger, Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he says, like you said, go from 3 meals to 2 meals to 1 meal. That's our goal.
right,
And because it's not gonna, and it's not gonna happen overnight. You may be a real good vegetarian for a whole month and then slip up and take a bite of chicken or something. That's
right,
okay. Just start over.
right. And give yourself that. When I know I would at least once a year eat, some meat. Give myself that once a year, but 5 years ago, um,
Yeah, I know this story.
5 years ago,
uh-huh.
anyway, I did it, but it wasn't a good thing. If I did, I ended up in the hospital,
Yes,
Oh
she
my
did.
gosh.
It's like,
Yeah.
what the heck? But,
Right.
the body was going through something anyway, and that meat took
Yeah.
it, totally over the edge. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And she had to have a gyro.
You know what? We wasn't even talking about
And me coming from California, I never knew what a gyro. I'm like, what is these things? What, like? Well, coming from Central California, they may have it in Southern Cal, but from where I'm from, small city, Middle California,
Yeah.
I don't understand the draw, but
Yeah. I grew up on the south side of Chicago with Seven Seas,
7C,
Seven
yeah.
Seas restaurant. And, that was just
Hey,
it's what you did,
man, I
Oh,
grew
okay.
up on the west side. You had that gyro burger, boy.
yeah. We're not going to encourage more.
Girl, don't encourage
And
nobody.
and all
All
right.
right.
And I mentioned sugar earlier. Now, as
Okay.
far as sugar goes, it comes in different names. And it's in a lot of
Right.
things that you wouldn't even think of, but it's under a lot of different names. And so you have to be extra diligent with that, take some extra time in the stores. We have our
Mm,
phones now, and we can all just do a quick Google while you're in the
right.
store. Because, like I said, I do sugar once a week. And when I say
Oh,
once a week, I'm not like just gorging on pies or cookies or whatever. It's like one slice of pie or two cookies, something like that. And that's just once a
Okay.
week. And
So
that includes beverages also,
I'm
because
sorry.
the havoc that sugar wreaks on the body is
Mhm.
amazing.
Yes, ma'am. So what about honey?
Honey, I actually recommend Manuka honey.
Okay.
Manuka honey topically and internally is healing, and you don't need a lot of it. It's really sweet. You don't need a lot of honey, Manuka honey. That's the best honey you can get.
Okay. I've seen that. One of the sisters down here had some, and it was quite expensive.
Like
It
$80.
So,
is. Well, you know what? This it's not expensive. It's an investment.
okay.
It's
I
an
like the way you
investment.
said
What
that.
she say?
It's not an expensive. It's not expensive. It's an investment.
Okay.
Because you're right. No, you're
It's an
absolutely right.
investment.
To get the best quality, just like, as a vegetarian and buying organic,
Hmm.
yes, it can be a little bit more pricey, but the end result is you're not going to have as many chemicals in your body.
Exactly.
So I
Exactly.
can see that. I'll consider purchasing some, especially since you told me it's a little bit sweeter, so you don't have to use a lot, because it
You
would
do
be
not need a
very
lot.
sparingly around here.
Yeah. And
Yes.
with I have all these boys. They
Okay.
eat a lot. So yeah, it goes a long way.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
That's good, because it's just the three of us. My son, he's 20. So we can make it work.
Yeah, you. Hmm.
Okay. Oh,
So I got so the next question. This an extra question. I had something wrote down, but this an extra question. Okay, how important was how to eat to live on your journey
mm,
to healing? How important was that for you? How important was how to
Oh
eat?
my gosh. Well, I was born and raised in the Nation of Islam, so I've never had pork or scavengers or grits or anything like that.
Hmm.
So um, once I decided to get back to how to eat to live, that was vital. So everything I did was all based on, and still is, how to eat to live.
mm,
And then I don't want to say took it a bit further. I just added, just I like to do extra research for clarification on certain things.
right.
Like the messenger says, don't eat kale. Okay, why not? you
Right.
know, or
That's right.
yeah, because people are like, well, what's wrong with kale? So you want to be able to get into the science of it. And then once I started doing like really deep research, and it's like, okay, it's good. It's not good for you at all, because you're thinking you're doing something good for yourself and you're not. You're actually
Mm.
destroying your thyroid with kale.
Ah,
Woo! Wow, look at that.
so you wrote the article about that?
Yes,
Did
ma'am,
you
I
write an
did.
article about that? Would you
Yes,
please
ma'am.
share that with
I'll
us?
tag you.
Okay.
I'll tag you.
Please share
Okay.
that with us. Wow. Goodness gracious. Destroy
Yeah.
your
And,
thyroid. I need that.
yeah, and, yeah, we do, because it regulates so much. It's so tiny, but it's a major organ.
Right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. I would love to read that article, because, of course, when you're a vegetarian, you kind of have a vegetarian world of friends, and some of them,
Yeah.
still eat kale. So to be able to shed some light on
Yes.
kale, and why we shouldn't eat it, we need to be informed on that. That's really good information. And see, the messenger is so
Oh
wise,
yeah.
and
Yes.
sometimes we do take it as they were simple instructions, but to say, don't, kale is not good for us. Okay, on the
Mm-hmm.
surface, with all of these new age scientists telling us that it's the superfood, you know, we
Yes.
need to really look at it and see why we shouldn't, be eating it. Or if you're just obedient, then you're saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, thank God, I never ate that." You know,
Right. Right. Yeah. Because
Right.
they have touted kale kale as a superfood. They like
Right.
in Chicago, there's even a restaurant dedicated to kale. You can go get kale burgers, kale
Mm,
fries, kale
right.
chips, kale everything, but you're
Mhm.
destroying your thyroid. And a
Wow.
lot of this stuff is fried. So you're destroying your thyroid, you're increasing your chances of cancer, diabetes. So it's not just on the surface, or okay, I'm going to do this just so I can remedy my health challenge right now, or I'm going to do this just so I can lose this weight and then go back to eating the standard Western American diet. It's not like, no, it's a lifestyle.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Don't eat the sad diet.
Yeah, don't eat that.
The standard American diet. That's the sad diet.
It's
Right,
gonna make
sad.
you sad.
All right. So I think we got time for another question, right?
Yeah, we got a time for a couple more questions.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So this is a very important question. Maybe not for yourself, but for others. Okay.
Yes, sir.
While it is ideal that we have a support system to help us, such as family and friends, what if you don't have that support system? What can you do to stay motivated, to take care of yourself and keep fighting to win over what ailments you're dealing with? What is some of the things you can do when it's just you?
Mm,
Okay, well, and yeah, I know that from a personal level. Because you have to have a determined mind. You have to make up your mind. This is what you're going to do. And the more that you research, the more you educate yourself, the stronger you become. No matter where you're at, you could be in a crowded room full of people. They can be eating whatever, and if that's not what you're eating, that's not part of your regimen. You're not going to gravitate towards it at all for any reason.
mm,
Matter of fact, they're going to look at you, and even if out of that crowded room you only get one person, you've done your job.
right.
Mm, mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
that is true. Staying focused. Because even when you have support, you don't always agree with your support.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So
That's true.
I mean, you might have a healthy, wonderful idea, or let me put it not on me. He may have an excellent idea for a healthy meal, and I just want pizza. You know.
Right. Yeah,
She said, "Yeah."
that's true.
you know so I that means I have to encourage myself to say, no honey, you can't have the pizza. You need to have this healthy meal that your husband is preparing for you, and learn to enjoy it, but encourage yourself,
Well,
push
you know
yourself.
what? There, okay, we can have our pizza and be healthy,
Right.
because I found there's a restaurant. I don't know if it's where you're at, but out here there's a restaurant called Mod Pizza. Mod
Okay.
Pizza. It's like the same format as Chipotle. They're from beginning to end. You tell them what you want on your pizza. You even pick out the crust, and it's all fresh, organic ingredients.
Oh wow.
And yep. So you have a healthy pizza,
Okay, I don't think we had that
and
here.
What is
you're watching them. You're watching
it?
them make your pizza.
My,
Yep,
Oh,
he was asking me what was the name of the place, but you said Mod.
Mod
Okay.
Pizza.
oh yeah,
Hmm.
we do got that here.
Do we?
Yeah, it's right by Michael's.
Okay.
Yeah, we do got that here.
We'll have to try it out and see.
We have to try.
But I mean, but honestly, we do a lot of
Yes,
our,
I'm telling you, should.
you
And
know, our own cooking, and
yeah.
even from crust all the way to the
Hmm.
sauce. We do it, but the point is,
Yeah.
we really that I was trying to make. I know I sometimes could be a little funny, but it's staying focused on, not that you can't have those things and still,
Hmm.
be, but let your um, when you eat the pizza, like you said, eat something healthy. You
Hmm.
can still
Right.
get some fresh mozzarella. Mozzarella is really from what I saw from, I don't know how true it is, but it's like vinegar and water and milk or something like that.
So
It's like
I
real
know.
basic.
Yeah,
it's not
mozzarella
a
falls into
process.
the category that the messenger said. He said that we can have soft white cheese,
Right.
and then I looked into, well, what's so good about soft white cheese? So
Hmm.
if you have like asthma or bronchitis or any type of respiratory infection, it's not going to create extra mucus,
Hmm.
or and it's not going to raise the bad cholesterol. So
Right.
soft white cheese is good, and mozzarella falls in that category.
Right.
Okay.
So it's like we can have these things, you just have to tweak it, just
Exactly.
like with the cornbread. We don't eat cornbread as
Right.
Muslims and who are striving to be healthy, but we can take the farina and create that same texture, sort of.
Yes.
I mean, I still make some really good dressing during November.
Yeah.
With my
We grew
farina.
up in America.
Yeah, yeah. So you can still, and it's a journey,
It
because I
is. It
believe,
is.
I know I'm still on a really big journey. Um, but every day that I wake up, my goal is to be the healthiest me that I can be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think if we could think in that mindset that I'm going to be healthy today, I'm going to be my best today, I'm going to strive hard. When those challenges come up to me, I'm going to have the power to say no. you
Right.
know, and I'm starting my day like that instead of starting my day off saying, "Oh, I'm so hungry. Oh, I want this. I want that," and
Yeah.
you are setting yourself up for failure. You know,
Yes.
when set your mind right, then there's nothing that you cannot accomplish. So, just to kind of answer the question that you asked, beloved sister, how to eat to live has really helped me in so many ways. And I have not always been on one meal a day, but I've strived to do the one meal a day, and I've left the pork and the meat alone, and I don't eat certain things. So as I'm dealing with my health challenges, I don't face the same thing that other people face because I'm not eating those things. Those things aren't in my diet, so I don't. Um, I'm not experiencing like some people. They're at the hospital once a month. I haven't been in the hospital for anything since I think April, and that was because I had low blood. But
Hmm.
other than that, I'm even with my health challenges, I'm not in and out of the hospital, experiencing
Yes.
those kind of things because of how I've chosen to eat to live.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
All right, one more question, and then we're gonna let Sister Chantel kind of give us
Yeah.
um, share some
Yeah.
final
That's
final
some final
words.
thirds. Some final thirds for
Final
Thursday.
final thoughts for Thinking Thursday.
Thirds. Okay. So we just kind of talked about this a little earlier, but we'd love to hear your take on it. How important is prayer while dealing with health challenges? How important is it to pray and to have a connection with God when you're dealing with health challenges? How important is that for you?
Yes, sir. It's very important on so many levels, because when we are in prayer, we are in communion with Allah, God. And, once it's not just us um, talking to God or Allah, it's us when we pray. I know we do release certain chemicals. I can't get all into the science of it, but I know we are releasing healing chemicals within ourselves when we at least try to commune with Allah. And I personally believe, I don't want to say it speeds up our healing process, but I know it definitely helps.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I would say speed up because I mean, just think about it. If you don't do it, right, you you just I don't know. I just think it does speed it up. You feel better. I feel better.
Yeah.
The more that I pray, the better I feel every day. The more that I eat,
Yes.
the healthy foods, and every day I'm feeling so much better.
Yes. Yes,
You
ma'am.
know, so I'm gonna agree with you on that and even push that a little bit more. It prayer does
Yes.
speed it up.
Yeah,
God, I think
Yes.
God gave,
Okay.
gave the thumbs up on that one.
Okay.
yeah. We were just sharing from a article in Newsweek, Newsmax,
Hmm.
from newsmax.com, and they were actually saying that they tested it on 125 people,
Mm,
those who prayed and believed in God, and how it affected them in their healing process. They said that from their studies, they found number one, that it keeps you away from sickness. They said
mm,
that prayer helps to keep you away from sickness. Number two, they said that it helps you to heal faster. It helps you to heal faster. And then number three was basically your mental stability
mm,
was better because you prayed or meditated or what have you, you know.
mm.
So they did the study on it. That definitely prayer does help. Prayer does absolutely help
Yes,
in the healing process.
yes. And you can find that link at Mind Spark Creations.
Yeah, wow.
I like that.
That was on the earlier show. So the show that we did, Brother Daryl was going to be on, but he had to be pulled away. So, but anyway, the link is there, and you can go there. So, sister, my beloved sister, thank you so much. It's been such a great honor and
You're
joy
welcome.
to have you on the show. You want to share some final thoughts with us, just in general? Anything you want our audience to know?
Uh,
Okay. Uh-oh, did it freeze?
uh,
Are you there?
I can hear.
Okay, let's give her a moment
Let's
to,
give her a moment.
yeah, just give her a moment to come back in. But definitely, guys, we're going to drop some other links in this one.
Okay. Okay.
There she go. There she
Okay.
go.
Back.
There we go.
Please just make sure your dish, especially in these days and times, everything that we're dealing with, you have to take it serious. That
Mm,
our immune systems needs to be as healthy as possible, and what we eat, what we think, what we drink.
Ah, we lost her.
She is trying to give us some
We-
really vital
She trying.
information. And I don't know if you all heard any of what she was saying, even though it was kind of breaking down on us. But she was saying that we have to build up our immune systems and take our health seriously. That's what I got from what she was saying. We're gonna try to pull her back in. Okay, there we go.
All right.
I was
I
I
don't
was
know
re-
what all did you hear.
yes, ma'am. I was recapping for you.
Yes, ma'am. No, I'm just saying, just make sure you just take care of your immune systems, especially in this day and time.
Yes,
I like we said earlier, it's a gradual process, but please strive to get off the meat.
yes, ma'am. So you're gonna drop some of your links and articles in the chat.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
you would do that.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
What just lastly though, what are some things like that we can do to help strengthen our immune system? What are some things that you're doing that can help us along that journey, especially with everything that's going on? What are some things that you recommend?
Well, definitely, those that can, you want to do 1 meal a day. Those that can, um, you want to change, you try to clean up your diet. Like I said, get off the meat, the processed foods. Um, You want to not eliminate, but lessen the amount of sugar that you're eating. Um, get some sunlight, drink some water.
Mm.
Lots of adults do not like water. They tell me they don't like the taste of it, but we need water. That is very important.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. So those are the main things.
Okay.
Okay. And those are pretty simple in a sense to do when it comes to your health. You know,
Yes, ma'am.
we're not extreme. You know, it's just how important is your health? You
That's a
know,
good question.
and that is the question. And you asked the question earlier on TikTok. What was the question that you asked for the day? Your word of the day?
Oh, my word for the day was actually that you are created with everything that you need to be successful in this life.
Oh,
You are created with
okay.
everything that you need to be successful in this life. You
What was
know.
that yesterday when you were talking about how much are you willing to sacrifice?
Oh yeah, that was yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I said. Basically, what are you willing to sacrifice for the success that you want?
Exactly.
Whether whatever success it is, health, business, marriage, family, you name it. What are you? What am I willing to sacrifice
Mm.
to be able to be successful in what it is that we desire to do?
Right.
What are you willing to do? You know, and that's at the end of the day. You know, we have to understand when we are uh, dealing with challenges. That's what they are. They're
Right.
challenges, and you're going to have to sacrifice something if you want to be successful in overcoming it.
Right.
Yes.
And I think that's even the same with people that are healthy, you
Mm-hmm.
know, or they have the appearance of health. You still got to protect that. You got to preserve that. You got to make sure that doesn't go down.
Right.
You know, I mean, the best place to start is when you are healthy, you know, to maintain that optimum health. Because once you lose it, it is truly a
True.
uphill battle, you
Yes,
know, to get back to it. So even if
it
you're
is.
in that healthy state, yes, ma'am.
So,
So that was awesome.
so we want you to let people know, what kind of your group that you started, and basically how can people get in contact with you to learn more about healthy eating and healthy lifestyle and things like that. I remember at one time you were helping people to shop
Right,
healthy. I remember that you were helping
right.
people to shop healthy.
Yeah, she said she's gonna start doing it virtually soon.
Oh, absolutely. That's awesome. You're gonna use
Once I
FaceTime,
get over this camera shy,
FaceTime with me.
once I get over being shy in front of the camera, then it'll be a go.
Well, you did such an awesome job
You
today. I
did.
think you were very comfortable. You felt your energy felt really smooth, you know, and with
Thank
us. And
you.
we just loved having you on the show today. And I think anyone who actually gets to know you and they will be comfortable with you and you're going to do great at
Yeah,
whatever it is that
Thank
you
you.
desire to do. So,
that's
Yes,
right.
ma'am. Thank you.
yep.
Okay, on Facebook, I have a group, How to Eat to Live Mastermind Group.
Okay.
Oh, that's you. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, that's my
Okay.
group. How to Eat to Live Mastermind Group. That's my group. You can contact me on Facebook, Shawntell Muhammad, and those are two best avenues.
Okay.
The my group and just on Facebook. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. And keep doing all that you're doing. I love reading your articles in the final call. If you got all of those articles, don't be ashamed to drop them now. Don't be ashamed to drop those
Mhm.
articles, because they were all great. I
Okay.
read all of them. So, um,
Praise
you
be to
know,
Allah.
and I believe I'm a member of your group already, but I have to come over
Oh,
more
thank you. Thank you.
to hear what you all are doing.
Yes, absolutely. Definitely will continue to do that. Family, we ask that you support our beloved sister who is doing a great job. Has some information that she has done her research to find out exactly, what's going on and what's good for us and to help us in our process. Join her group as long as you have the best intentions.
That's right.
Join the group, ask your questions, and I'm sure she would love some feedback also. When you get an opportunity, please like and share. Also, follow us because the more that you do that, the more that we grow, the more that we can help bring information to the table, where we can bring some positive, important information, things that its truth has been researched. We're not giving you false information. Some people may disagree with what it is that we're sharing, but
Right.
can you prove that it's wrong? And they have not been able to prove the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and the honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan wrong. And we are taught that we get actual facts.
That's right.
Right.
And that's what we move on. We move on actual facts. So I know I can tell you personally what I've been through and things that have helped me in my life. I'm not telling you it's going to be 100% the same for you because it's not. You're unique. You're one of a kind. And your healing is going to be based on what you're going through and your mindset of how you're going to get through it and overcome it. So we fighting this battle. We in here together. We're all warriors in this battle of healing. We're in an hour that the enemy of God is trying to take your life. So you got to know that you're at war. You're not only at war with your body and your mind, you're at war with the enemy, internal and external. So you got to be on top of it. You got to be prayerful. You got to know that God will give you the victory, but you got to stay one with him and you got to stay step, line, and sinker. Did I say that right?
Hook,
line, and sinker. Okay. But let's do our thing and let's survive. Let's be great because the kingdom of God is at hand. At hand. And he wants us to walk in it. So if we are in line with the Creator, then we will be able to achieve that goal. So those are my final words on today's show. I think it has been awesome. I've enjoyed my sister and my husband tremendously. Very informative.
Yeah. So, family, we thank you all so much for tuning in. And God willing, next week, we'll be back again, doing it one more time. Thank you so much, Sister Shawntell, for your time. You're a busy woman with 5 children and 2 grandchildren. So we appreciate that. And I remember seeing you roll over on 71st and Jeffrey to the health food store a lot. So that's where I know you was on top of it.
And that's gone. That's no longer.
Yeah.
It's not there anymore?
No, she passed away.
Oh.
The owner passed away. Somebody else took it over, and I don't know if it's still open or not.
No, she said it's not.
It's a cell phone company now.
Oh no.
Oh wow.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Back to the drawing board.
Back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
Well, Sister Shawntell, if didn't nobody tell you today, we love you.
We love you.
We love you. God loves you
too.
most of all. And you have a fantastic day. It's been a pleasure. And we're gonna share this on our podcast, so you can get it and share it with in your group. And so all right, sis, have a wonderful day. Be blessed.
And
thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
All right, family. So we thank Allah for Sister Shawntell coming on with us.
Yes.
And she gave you all the information on how to contact her. But as you already know, what our motto is, let the spark in your mind create a new reality. That's in every field in life, in health, and in every way, okay, let the spark in your mind create a new reality.
3 o'clock. 3 o'clock, y'all. We have our last show on Thinking Thursday.
There we go. So we're going to run down the line before we end real quick and let you know our last show is at 3 p.m. our time. That's Mountain Standard Time. So that is 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Central Time. Also, for those of you who don't have the book, you can pick up How to Eat to Live by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad at store.finalcall.com, store.finalcall.com. If you haven't subscribed to the Final Call newspaper, please do so at finalcalldigital.com. That is the digital version of the Final Call. It always has an article by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad on how to eat to live.
Right.
So you can definitely read that every week along with everything else in the paper. That paper saved my very life. So I'm a glad distributor, and I stand up for the Final Call. I'm proud to be a distributor of the Final Call.
Yes, sir.
And support the 3-year economic program. If you don't know what that is, you can go to noi.org. You're going to scroll down toward the bottom of the page, and it's going to say 3-year economic program.
Right.
Help us to help you to help ourselves.
There you
all right?
go.
All right.
And of course, Etsy.
Oh, my goodness. It's scrolling across the screen.
Okay, y'all got that.
But I'm going to also give you that.
No, they can see it. It's a little tiny.
Yeah,
if
so we're going to give
me,
it to those who can't necessarily see it. If you want to support us, you like what we're doing, we bring some value to you.
Yes.
We gave you something of substance that you can use. You can support us if you choose to at our store on Etsy. That's www.etsy.com/shop/Nafeeza, Nafeezah Ali. Again, that's www.etsy.com/shop/Nafeeza Ali. And also, we will drop the link to our. Give me one second.
Well, he's going to do that, but I want to say that when we were talking about know your herbalist and know what they put in, the two products or companies that we have on our Etsy, one of them, the Forgotten Foods, they're in transition to relocate to Belize.
Right.
That's our other home, but they're in that process. So they stopped production, but they are a company that I know we both worked with them firsthand. We were in the lab. Well, we were not in the lab because that's Baratunde. Baratunde's world right there, where he creates, him and the God of the universe, they create. And we were actually able to be a part of that in the packaging and customer service and distribution of their products. So, and we're not getting paid, to say any of this about any of the companies. We are about building Black business, Black excellence. So if you are Black excellence and, we become aware of it, then we're going to give you a shout out. We're going to try to share it. We may even carry your products. And you will find that at the Etsy store. When you go to the Etsy store, you will see products that we have tried and we know are very productive or good for you as individuals. Yes, the other one is Dr. Peters, which I'm currently on one of his two of his herbal supplements, and I'm feeling the benefits of it. So that's another one. So go to the Etsy store, kind of shop around, see if there's something in there that you like and can support, because anything that you spend and support with us, it helps us to build Love My Kidneys Foundation.
That's right.
And that is one of the biggest goals that we have right now, is to establish the Love My Kidney Foundation, because we want others who are dealing with kidney issues, health issues, to be able to find alternative doctors, and alternative healing modalities. Okay. So that's our goal. It's a big goal, but it is definitely something that is obtainable. And we want to do it in a big way. We got a 1 year plan, 5 year plan, and 10 year plan. So, oops, be a part of that plan, family. We're growing, and I have to get used to all this stuff around me. But come grow with us, and help us in this effort. If you found value today, I just feel like it was a really informative and great show, and I enjoyed it. Pray that you all did as well. I'm over my time by 5 minutes.
So. All right. So if you're not a supporter of our page, if you would like to do so, you can do that and also follow. We also at Mind Spark Creations LLC on Facebook, as well as Love My Kittens and the Queen of Rap, which God willing will be back on at 3:00 this afternoon, talking about the chakras.
Yes.
Those 7 energy centers in the body. So you definitely don't want to miss that, family. So come on and join us later on. And we love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. So you have a wonderful and a blessed day.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Peace
be unto you. Hotep, and peace out.
Abaragani?
Abaragani.
Okay. It's not December yet?
No. All right, Abaragani always in effect. What's new?
Love y'all. Peace.
All right, family. Assalamu alaikum. Yeah. Here. Right there. Okay. All right.
It didn't do it.
Over here.
It didn't do it.